What a stupid question. Of course monarchs rule. Or why do they even exist? Well, yes and no. Throughout history, monarchs did hold all the power, but if you realize in today's society, many monarchs don't really have much power. In fact, some are just for show. Though there are still monarchs living to the old standards, having the most power in the country, those are the monarchs we call absolute monarchs. As their name suggests, they're like the hardcore monarchs. They have like total control over the country. Rather not surprisingly, these kind of monarchs are not so popular with the people and is slowly falling out of flavor. Because they can literally do whatever they want to the country and its people. The few remaining countries with an absolute monarch are Brunei, Iswani, Oman, Saudi Arabia, Vatican City, and technically also the UAE. But more precisely, they are like a federative monarch that act very absolute. And here is an honorable mention to the country that's also technically an absolute monarch, which it will be North Korea. Even though they act all democratic and things, they're very much under rule of a supreme person slash monarchy things, and that that person acts really monarchy, and everybody should know the rest. An additional interesting fact is the head of state for the UAE, Khalifa bin Yazid Al Nahyan, is actually a president, but for some reason he's treated like a monarch. And the same goes to the Vatican. The head of state there is the Pope, but he is also a monarch. But more about those in a later video. So, what are the other 90% of the monarchs if they don't have all the power? What are they all about? So, the other 90% of monarch consists mostly of constitutional monarch. This type is a bit more complicated to explain, so I'll try my best. Okay, so the constitutional monarch is monarchs that they don't hold all the power, but they do have a good amount of it, all which is controlled by a constitution. So on this hand, we have countries such as Monaco, Morocco, Jordan, Kuwait, and Bahrain, where the constitution grants a bit more power to the monarchs. And on the other hand, we have countries such as the United Kingdom, Spain, Belgium, Sweden, and Japan, where the monarch has significantly less power. Some are just ceremonial monarchs, so it's kind of like a national celebrity, but at the same time, it's in the government and from a royal family. Of course, all celebrities do is go and show off, right? Lastly, there is also a couple of countries with a mixed monarchy type, which is also quite self-explanatory, mixed. So it's like basically a government with democracy, aristocracy. Why is that word so hard to pronounce? And monarchy, in which we have countries such as Monaco, Liechtenstein, Kuwait, and Bahrain using this type of system. At the end of the day, it's quite safe to say that a good majority of monarchs these days don't have a significant presence in governing the country, and it's quite blatantly obvious that we aren't living in, 100 years ago, under some supreme rule of a government or a monarch. Anyways, that's all, folks. If you enjoyed it, make sure you like. If you didn't, dislike. Whatever, all that normal protocol. Bye!